Trust everyone is well, and welcome to day 4 of SANFM 5-day challenge. You have made it thus far because you are wanting to move forward. You are wanting to have your own business, you're wanting to change your life, and you're wanting to obviously explore this amazing world of affiliate marketing. And remember, there is nothing that is stopping you from reaching the goals that you set. The only thing is the prayers and effort. As we mentioned, the effort is important. So I know there's certain people that is thinking twice and they don't have money, but remember, when you're wanting to start a business, you need to have some savings or you need to put effort in it, right? So at the end of the day, no business can you start without having some money to be able to push into that business, right? So you are creating a business where if you don't have money, you're going to use organic marketing, right? So organic marketing is quite critical for everyone, whether you have money or not, right? Because you need organic marketing to bring your costs down for your marketing spend so that you can create better ROI, return on investment, right? So on that note, I want to let you guys know that don't stress, we have your back. We're here to obviously be your support structure. And what is important today is these two tools, right? ChatGPT and obviously the TikTok Teleprompter. Now, obviously, we don't want to go into too much detail, but ChatGPT is going to be like your go-to. It's going to be something that's going to really change your life if you're not using it, because it's going to be something that you're going to use to check agreements, to create content, to create logos, to do whatever you're wanting, looking for recipes, whatever you're wanting from that point of view, right? So I've created something here and I've actually copied the IT Upskill website link. All I did was I went to IT Upskill, I went to the business units, I clicked on business unit, and I basically then chose the IT Upskill, right? So obviously I chose the IT Upskill. Why? So I can get the link that's here, right? So I basically then went to ChatGPT and I said, what I want is please create me a poster using content from that link, right? When you set up ChatGPT, you're going to use obviously your email address, you create the password, then it will ask you just 1 or 2 questions. What do you want to use this for? Are you wanting it to use it for business or whatever you're wanting to use? You just answer the questions. But what happens is when you prompt anything, it creates it automatically that you can come back to it, because this is about the poster, so that you don't have to restart something from scratch, because it keeps a history. So as ChatGPT keeps a history, you can just click on this and it will come back. Now it's got the history of what you chatted around. So I obviously asked it create me a poster, right? And using that link. So it gave me this. Oh, it will send this to you and say, are you happy with this? If it gave you that, normally I would just say create, right? And then what happens is when I said create poster, I didn't even bother what was in what it said over here, but you can prompt it to obviously change certainly, but I just said create poster, and there it created my first poster. Now remember, Rome wasn't built in one day. Same with anything else. I wasn't happy with this poster, right? So I asked it, attract student and use a picture, and this excludes registration, admin fee and exam fee. Then much better, right? So as you can see, and it creates it within a couple of minutes and you have your poster. Now I asked it create me a caption, like a description I can use when I download this and I post it on Facebook, whatever that I'm wanting, and then obviously it gives me the hashtag. You just copy and paste it. Now I want you to realize this is a journey of long term, in a sense of you're going to get better and better and better. So when you play around with things and you play around with social affiliate network and you go to the affiliate center and you look at all these things and you do more research and you play around, then obviously you're going to become better and better and better, right? So I want to give you an example like the teleprompter. I want to now ChatGPT create me basically a script for TikTok to use in my teleprompter, right? Now, before I go on the teleprompter, play around with ChatGPT. You're going to just explore. The idea is obviously just to play around, ask it different things. Ask it to create you a recipe. Ask it, what do you think of this, that, whatever. You just play around. You're going to be amazed, right? And here I'm just asking TikTok, okay, the teleprompter, I'm going to go back here quickly. And this teleprompter is where you going to look professional. Now here again, I'm not expecting you to immediately use a teleprompter. I'm expecting you to play around. I'm expecting you to why? Because if you're going to read off a script, it's going to be far more professional, but I can tell you this much, 95% of the time I don't. Right, so I'm just giving this to you because some people will be camera shy, some people will feel better just reading off the script, right? And that's why we are teaching you how to use a teleprompter, right? So obviously from that point, I'm going to click enter here, and it's going to give me here's the teleprompter to use, the script, right? And it will tell you exactly what to do in the first 3 seconds, what to do after that, and you can basically just copy this, right? And even if you're saying this is a bit too long, I forgot to actually say create a 16-second script, right? ChatGPT is your friend, so it's going to do whatever you ask it to do, right? Now once you got this, right, you just copy obviously the script. Now when you're putting it in the teleprompter, you'll see a video. Please have a look at that video. You're going to right click here, you're going to copy this, and you're going to delete the 0 to 3 seconds, delete, make it come all into one paragraph so that you can read. And obviously the teleprompter, you can set different speeds. If you're wanting it to be slow, a little bit faster, I always set it up on the faster speed. Now I want you to play around with it. Have a look at this video that we're going to post now, and then I'll get back to you. So this is a quick video for the teleprompter. I went into ChatGPT, I posted what I wanted from it, I prompted it, and it gave me what I wanted. I copied it, and obviously that's what you're going to use. Go to TikTok, you can click on plus, click on 60 seconds, because you can always delete what is not applicable in your video. And then you're going to choose effects, and then you're going to choose that search. You're going to search teleprompter. Once you click teleprompter, you click that video next to the teleprompter, and now you're here. In this text box, you are going to copy and paste. You're going to basically copy that already, you're going to paste, and as you can see, there you have it. You set it on 2 times so that the speed goes faster. I prefer that, right, because then the video will be shorter, right? Obviously if you're taking long, it will take long to read, right? Okay, there I just made some edits there. For instead of hi family, I put hi everyone. And yeah, so once you can edit it, once you put it on here, because sometimes you want to change here and there. Like now I wanted to put at the end reply a bursary, because in your video, if you have a CTA, it's always good, right? From that point, obviously now you have your teleprompter script here, and obviously you are just going to read from it. This is going to make you an expert. Now you click on the record on the A, and now you just wait a while, because let it come up first, because you can always delete, because if it comes too slow, then you're not good, right? And then you're just going to read off, right? And obviously with expression, and you play around, you do it again until you're happy. And obviously this is amazing. This is going to change the way that you create, and you might be a digital marketer and you haven't been even using this, and this is going to obviously change your life. Once you're happy with it, you click on that tick sign. Now you're ready to put your hook on top there, and obviously this is for training. So now I'm deleting what I don't want the first couple of seconds there, as you can see. Okay, welcome back. And obviously, as you can see, the teleprompter is going to be the game changer, and obviously that is something you're going to play around. Now remember, you don't have to use the skills immediately, right? You are getting basically knowledge, and you might be a digital marketer, you're marketing other programs and things, so you can obviously use the skills, whatever you're wanting to do. You got a business, a side, small business, you can market that. Now I want to talk about our major packages, right? So remember, we sell franchises like any other business out there, right? And obviously if anyone wants to set up a physical branch or a physical office or a virtual franchise, that is what we sell as well, right? So if someone like in Sandton City, we have a reseller franchise over there, so they basically would set up the office and they would purchase one of our franchises. Now I'm going to explain this through to you so that you can understand. You're not specifically going to market this, but if someone comes into your funnel and they clicked onto the reseller franchise, you are still going to get commission for that, right? So depending on what membership you're on, you're going to get either the 10%, 15%, 20%, or 30%, or if you are a franchise, you're going to get 50%, right? So that's quite a lot, right? I want to talk about our SANFM Entrepreneur Accelerator. I know there is people in here that has joined that is looking for a franchise, and that's why you join the 5-day challenge, right? Remember, there is investors, there are people looking to create wealth, wealth creation. Remember, you might not have money, right now, but you're going to grow and you're going to have money and you're going to upgrade and you're going to take more business units, right? So each of our business unit, it actually costs 250,000 Rand if you're wanting to make 50%, right? And we do all the work from the admin and the back end side of things, and you don't need to have an office, you don't need to pay staff, you don't need any of that thing. I'm not going to go into too much detail here because I think 90% of people is looking to start off on the memberships and then obviously moving to upgrade, but 10% of you that is here is looking to purchase a franchise. So this is for you, but also for the others to understand that you could get a potential lead and you could make 10% of 250,000, 10% of 500k, or 10% of $1 million, right? That's quite a lot, right? So the accelerator, I just want to go back just to let you know the difference between the accelerator SANFM compared to the normal business units, right? So remember, each and every one that upgrades, you actually get a website and a landing page, which is this, right? You're going to get this landing page, and when someone actually clicks and enters the details, this is your website where people can choose what are they wanting to be serviced on. They either wanting to be serviced on the training, they're wanting marketing services, they're wanting debt services, but the previous page would have captured the lead and they would have then received automated emails coming from our system, and we would set up all of this for you. So imagine you getting for your membership a fully done for you website, fully set up, and all of this is already done for you. Right now, for what you're paying, obviously it's a no-brainer, right? So, I mean, even if you're paying 250 Rand a month on the most affordable one, you're getting all of this, right? So, give you example, if someone is clicking on a franchise, they obviously want information on a franchise, they're going to come here, they're going to look at that video, and they're going to see the different options, and obviously, if they fill in their information here, you got that lead, we will call the client and obviously do the sale, right? But just for example, someone chooses yes marketing service, exactly the same thing, they see all the services. So I explained this yesterday, but I didn't go into detail that you actually get the website, you actually get the sales funnel, you get that all part of your fee, right? So you're paying for services to be rendered, for websites to be set up, for obviously all the tech savvy stuff is done for you, right? So I'm just going to go back quickly to the franchises, but I want to explain. Remember, like I mentioned, there are people here that is wanting to buy a business, a franchise, right? So obviously you can start with any business unit, SANFM Entrepreneur Accelerator, and this costs 250,000 Rand, but you get 50% of the income, and you basically can choose any business unit and switch from one business unit to the next business unit every 3 months until you found the business unit that you feel you want to stick with and make 50% on that business, right? So remember, Accelerator allows you to explore all the businesses until you find the one that you are comfortable with. That is a fully done for you system, fully set up with AE setup, and the best part of this is you get for your fee 30,000 Rand marketing spend to kickstart the business and to kickstart your earnings. So that is 10k every single month. So those of you that are here to start the business, you don't have to worry for the first 3 months on marketing spend, because we will spend it for you, and that will bring leads into the sales funnel, which is here, and obviously you're going to create income from that point of view. You will also still create income on whatever business unit that will be at the lower rate, but on whatever one that you're choosing, that you're going to make 50%. Now, I wanting to let everyone know, if you are wanting to set up a training center, or you're wanting to have an online training center, the actual cost is 250,000 for any business, right? But you as a member, you can have the same, but you're making less commission, right? So the memberships allows you to start by making 10% on any business unit, or you can choose the executive membership that makes 15%, or the senior executive membership that makes 20%, and then obviously the 75k one that allows you to make 30%. But if you're wanting to make more than that 50%, you would need to buy the reseller franchise, right? And then you're going to make 50%, right? So I just want to go back to this. I want to choose the franchise, right? So someone's going to come in here, and obviously they say, I just want a training center, right? They will choose this first option, right? And they would then get 50% for every single income that comes. They don't need staff, they don't need to set up, but they can also have a premises if they're wanting. They can then set up and have obviously costs from their side to set up the PCs, all of that. But with the advance, you can choose any 2 businesses, and obviously you also get SANFM. So this is any 1 business plus SANFM as well, right? And there is bonuses attached because we give them extra business obviously in the first 6 months so they can make extra income, and same with this as well, right? With the multi-franchise, you get all the business units. Obviously it costs $1 million. Now if you're looking at bigger franchises like McDonald's, like KFC, like all the biggest places, you're going to pay in the millions, up to 10 million depending on what you're buying, right? Obviously the other franchises you're looking at more than $1 million, right? But here you're going to get multi businesses and anything else that comes along as well. Now the reason I'm just mentioning this to you, I want to let you know the value that you're actually getting, right? So when you start on a membership of 250 Rand a month, you can still market all the businesses. You still get obviously all the different perks and all of that, but I'm just letting you know that buying a business is not cheap. So people that have money and invest in different things, they understand this. They understand that they're wanting to make 50K a month or 100K a month, and when they spend money, they obviously going to make money, because that is why you buy franchises, right? Okay, so on that note, I want you guys to play around, have a look, right? Now this is the website you guys are actually going to get when you're paying for that membership, and that is the reason we can't give it for free. We can't be giving away things for free because of these reasons. I mean, if you have a website set up, you're going to pay 15,000 Rand for someone to design the website. You're going to pay for someone to have a landing page. You're going to pay for lead gen. You're going to pay a marketing agency to consult with you, to tell you exactly what to do from a marketing. But we provide all that services for you so that you don't need to be tech savvy. You don't need to outsource to a marketing agency, because we are a marketing agency, right? You also become a marketing agency that you can market the different things, right? So on that note, I want to let you guys know that the membership is really a go-to, right? So from our side, obviously, if you look at the membership, right, it's basically your go-to and everyone's go-to, because it's your starting point. Yesterday I chatted to a parent that wants a kid to do this on the side. They are studying at UCT and they're wanting to do this on the side, and I said start with the most affordable one, and then you obviously work your way up. You can upgrade, and obviously if you start with this and you upgrade in your first 3 months, you just pay the difference, right? So you got 3 months to basically upgrade to what you're wanting, so you can explore. But there are various perks that you're going to get on the 5th day, where I'm going to make it so unbelievable and so much perks that if you take the various other ones, you're going to be bumped up. I'm going to leave that for tomorrow, right? You're going to get certain marketing spends and all of that included, right? And remember, we are competing with the others out there. I don't want to mention names, but the difference is we brick and mortar businesses. You don't have to market the memberships, and remember, on any membership that you market, you are going to make 50%, right? So if you're wanting someone to take a membership or wanting to use the different services, imagine you want someone else to pay, but then you don't want to pay, right? Or you want it for free. So I want us to change our mindset, right? Because this is a business. You need to invest in the business, right? If you don't have, you just need to wait. You know, you can still explore, you can still learn. When you lead generate, you'll still have them sitting in your back end. You need to then see, oh, right, okay, I'm starting to get my leads now. I understand. But at the end of the day, people that have money know what they want. People that have money would have been in different businesses, and they understand that, you know what, it's not a quick fix. I want to also put a disclaimer out there. This is not about making millions immediately. This is about growing organically. Over time, you're going to increase your earnings on a monthly basis, because if you're getting recurring money on the training, on the marketing services, OMA, BPO, all of that, then you're going to create good income on a recurring basis, right? But Rome wasn't built in one day. You can't come and do one video and expect, no, it doesn't work like that, right? There is some people that takes a couple of months. Why? Because at the end of the day, they are not investing. Like someone will start now, but they do nothing. Right, then in 2 months time they start again, they do 1 or 2 things. That's not going to work. And obviously, if you're starting a business, you need to put that effort in. You need to say, okay, I'm going to put no effort in, but put the money in the marketing so that the SANFM AE, your money works for you, where the marketing spend brings in leads so that you do nothing. Right? So people that have money will always make money quicker than the next person. Basic. So use ChatGPT, right, as we saw, and use a teleprompter. But that, I just wanted to give you a bit of an explanation from the franchises and all of that from that point of view. Now, I want to talk about OMA BPO. So OMA BPO is outsourced marketing agency. And remember, this is something that you might have seen certain other people's videos and things like that. But the difference with ours is we have our own marketing agency. You don't need to outsource your services to a India person or Bangladesh person that can't speak English properly, right? So we're going to teach you how to get jobs from Fiverr, from Upwork, from all the different places, so that you can then outsource the work to us. If you can do the work yourself, you keep 100% of the profit, right? So I'm not going to go into too much detail. This part of our Race to 10K where we go into more detail, right? But I want to talk about something else as well. This is going to be the drop shipping, and it's an e-commerce business. We are basically, if you take the more advanced memberships, we then set up an e-commerce site for you on one product or two products or three products on what you're wanting to market. It can be perfume, can be computers, can be second-hand computers. We are going to bring in things that's going to be so priced so well that you're going to make some good income, right? On a second-hand computer, 300 Rand to 800 Rand, one computer where the PC will sell for under 1,500 Rand complete, right? So that is coming, and we are excited about this. This is a game changer, right? Because you are not putting your hopes in a membership, right? You're going to create income on an e-commerce. You're going to create income on the business niches. That's what I want people to get. But for people to sell the business niches or the debt services or the training services, they need a license. So like you need a license, same like them. They would want to market the debt services. They know what they want. Most people kind of know what business they want to go into. Now I want to talk about this. The number one question that everyone asks, like I would ask you, right? And I did ask you in your survey that you did, what do you want to make per month, or what do you want to get to, right? So at the end of the day, this is something that you need to know. Why? Because when you start your business, especially this business, and you take one of the franchises or you take your membership, you need to know, I'm spending X, but what is my why going to be in 3 months time, in 6 months time, in a year's time? What goal do I want to set for myself, right? So obviously, if you have limited funds, you can't expect to obviously get to 1 million immediately, but you can get there, because even if you go organic and one of your videos go viral, you are going to make money, right? And at the end of the day, you are going to go on this journey of earning while you're learning, and you're going to get better and better. Now I want to tell you about this Race to 10K challenge, Race to 100K challenge, and the Race to 1 million. Why is this important? Because the first thing that you ask someone, how much money do you want to make? If I can just make 10K a month. So the first thing is you need to get to your 10K, right? And then a person would want to get to 100K, right? And then a person would want to get to 1 million. Now remember, someone that is buying a franchise, their site shouldn't be on 10K, their site shouldn't be on 100K, their site is 1 million. Why? Because they're investing 250K, they're investing 500K, they're investing 1 million, right? So at the end of the day, they want each business unit to create them an X amount of money per month, which they can get there much quicker, because they're making 50% instead of 10%, 15%, 20%, 30% on business units. Remember, on the memberships, you make 50%, right? So on one sale can be up to 37,500 Rand on one sale, and even on if you're on the most affordable membership and someone buys the 1 million Rand franchise, you're going to make 100K for yourself, right? So I want you to realize you might not have money, but the person clicking and the person going and entering their details, and we call the client, they're looking for these type of opportunities. So I want you to take your mindset away from I don't have. Go to the mindset of, actually, you know what, I'm going to be the next millionaire. I'm going to grow this business. Because people don't realize that business is work. Like it, you go to a job, you do your 9 to 5, and you need to put the same effort into this business, because this becomes your cash cow that's going to feed you, that's going to be milking income for you on a daily basis, right? So I just want to go quickly back just to show you the Race to 10K challenge, and this is one of the perks that you guys are going to get, right? So the Race to 10K, and we're going to go to sanfm.co.za, and remember, you need to play around with the website, and I'm actually going to go to the Race to challenges. This is our race challenges, and it also costs money to obviously be on the Race to 10K challenge. It costs 5,000 Rand to obviously be on this Race to 10K challenge, right? If someone buys this Race to 10K challenge, we automatically give them the SANFM executive and all of that, right? At the end of the day, we then have the Race to 10K, 100K challenge, and that's for someone that is basically our 25K executive package, right? The senior executive, and then this is basically the Race to a Million challenge. And in this, what do you get? This is 30 days, you get a video, and you get every day for 30 days like you got on this 5-day challenge. With this, you get the same plus a call from me, and you get advanced BDM that will look after your account, right? And at the end of the day, that would be obviously getting you there quicker, right? And then obviously this becomes like a franchise. You choose one business unit, and obviously you're also going to be going on this Race to a Million, and you're also going to get that marketing spend, like I mentioned, 30,000 Rand marketing spend to kickstart your business. In the 500K, you get 60K marketing spend, and obviously in the million, you get 90K marketing spend, right? So remember, if you're spending money, you're going to make money. It's as simple as that. So people with money understand what I'm saying, right? And different business units is from that point. But please note, if you are starting from the bottom, you can also get to buying a franchise within a year period, or even quicker if you're spending money on marketing spend to obviously. And why? Because if you're making 10 sales on the senior executive membership, obviously that is 25K, you're still going to get 50% whatever membership that you're on, right? But I'm more specifically talking around, if someone takes a massive franchise, you're going to make good money. But if someone takes the VIP executive membership, you're going to create 37,500 Rand off one sale. So if you look at over 6 months, you make 10 sales of that, right? It's 375,000 Rand in your pocket. So will you buy a franchise? Obviously yes, because you're going to want to make 50% on the other business units, right? So I don't want you to look at short term, I want you to look at long term, right? So on that note, I just want to quickly mention to you, that is the Race to 10K challenge. And what I want you to realize, play around with the website, create obviously videos and send it out. Remember, there's certain questions coming, oh, I'm not going to make or whatever. No, you're not making because you're not investing in a business yet, but you're gaining knowledge. Like for example, if you didn't use a teleprompter before, you're now going to learn how to use a teleprompter. You got us as your backing. If you ask us any question and we give you the answers, we're spending our time. That's actually consulting fees that you're getting absolutely free, right? There's certain people that I help privately, they ask me this or that. We help you because at the end of the day, now imagine if I had to charge you a consulting fee, what would my rate be per hour, right? So obviously what I'm wanting for you is I'm wanting you to kickstart your business and not wait long to create income, because it took me many years to gain knowledge and gain the experience. But for you, you're piggybacking off various different people like myself and all the others. And I want to let you know, it doesn't mean like everyone is going to make money immediately. But at the end of the day, if you put budget on marketing, if you keep doing the efforts, then obviously you're going to reap what you sow, as someone mentioned in the group, right? So at the end of the day, I just want you to keep the faith, keep the learning going. You know what, at the end of the day, if this is not for you, then keep in contact with us, being in the school community. Why? Because it costs you absolutely zero. Right? So what have you got to lose? Absolutely nothing. But mentoring, coaching, we'll have certain mindset coaches that's going to come in to change our mindset, and it's about that. You want free, you're not going to get quality. Your mindset is going to be stuck. But we do understand people without jobs don't have money. Now we are also saying, then obviously at the end of the day, wait until you have got something. And that's why we got Yes Recruits, because you have to get the job, you have to save some money and then start your business, right? But at the end of the day, we are going to get something amazing in tomorrow's day 5, and I'm sure you can't wait, right? And remember, for us, what is important is if you move forward, we move forward. But at the end of the day, please understand that that there is so much work in the back end, right? Creating the website, getting our team to design your logo, because you're going to have your logo, you're going to have a name attached to this because you're going to have your own brand, right? But you're a reseller of ours, so you can market, right? At the end of the day, I wish you all well. I wish you all the best in your new venture with us, but tomorrow is going to be a game changer. It's going to be something unique offering that I'm going to offer for each and everyone, and I'm going to get everyone into that race to 10k challenge. And obviously people can jump into the race to 100k challenge depending on what they take. But keep well, God bless, and I look forward to seeing you in the last day. You've made it thus far. Tomorrow is going to be amazing. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Keep well, God bless.